What's up, everyone? This is my review of the MacBook Air 15-inch. Now, for years, Apple's have had this design with the MacBook Air. It was this 13-inch display with the taper-off design when it comes from the thicker end to the slimmer end when it came down to the laptop. Now they went to their new recent design when it comes to their new laptops. Now all the laptops had this box shape, right? Which is give or take if you like it or you don't like it. It's one of those type of situations where you like the more box design or you want the more tapered design. And to each his own. Because now I want to go back and look at the old one. Now, look at this old computer, right? Look at this MacBook Air. It was 13 inches, thick silver bezels, and like a 1440 max display, right? It had the tapered design, where it comes from the thick end to the slimmer end. Had more ports back then, you had your USB and all this other stuff that came with it. Then you had the redesign where you went to a retina display, similar design, thinner bezels. You got 2 Thunderbolt ports and 1 headphone jack, right? Everybody took that and ran with it. Everybody enjoyed that look. Now we have this. You have a 13-inch and a 15-inch. Now, the 15-inch is more than welcome because a lot of people liked the 15-inch display when it had the MacBook Pros. They went to the 16-inch, which wasn't that big of a difference, but for most people, they liked that 15-inch display. So Apple said, okay, we'll give you a MacBook Air at 15.3-inch display. So now you can have like a 15-inch laptop without having to sacrifice, portability. Now, this MacBook Air I got, this is a M2 chip, 8 gigabytes of RAM, a 8-core CPU, a 10-core GPU. And it also has a resolution of 2880 by 1864, right? Not crazy specs, not a workhorse in my opinion. It's a MacBook Air. This doesn't have a fan, just like the previous generation of MacBook Airs. It doesn't have a fan. This doesn't have a fan. So it's very lightweight, very portable when it comes to taking on the road with you and traveling, putting it in the backpack, all those things. And also with these new MacBook Airs, you got the MagSafe charge returning. More welcome as far as me. Didn't realize you appreciate a thing until you don't have it anymore. And you can still charge this laptop by USB-C. So that's also the great point about it. If you got your MagSafe charger at home and you want to use it, you can do that. If you're on the road, you got your power brick or whatever you have on you when you travel, and you want to charge your laptop, you can do that as well with this computer. Now, I'm not one of these guys who do Geekbench tests and all these other tests that run through it to kind of give you a score. I go by everyday use, right? So I bought the computer to use it as a media consumption device, write some notes, put a script together, light stuff. Nothing heavy duty when it comes to video editing, all those type things. Graphic design, none of that with this computer. I bought it for traveling purposes when I need a computer, for some entertainment, take down some notes, a couple emails, those type things. I didn't expect this to be a workhorse. So that was my intentions with it. Now, at the price point I got at, this is the baseline version, as I told you with the specs. So, as you can see, I didn't really put a lot of money into this computer thinking it was going to... I primarily use this to consume media, right? So, my intentions was when I was testing it, it's just to watch videos, YouTube, Amazon, Netflix, Disney, all the streaming services, right? And put it at about 40% brightness, right? So I just wanted to kind of rock out with that and just see what the battery life would be for me doing that. I got a solid 12 hours doing that. Press me like crazy. Now, if I didn't do that, still had that 40% brightness and just did light stuff without all that video consumption, probably got 16, 17 hours out of it. Easy. But I was putting it to work because I wanted to see how good the battery life was. So with this battery life in this computer, it'll last you a whole day when it comes to lightweight stuff, right? When it comes to a computer, not having to plug it up as often to do what you need to do with it is always a welcome pleasure when it comes to just getting work done and handling your business when it comes to work. Now, the question would be, which one do you get? Do you get the MacBook Air 15 or do you get a MacBook Pro 16? Depending on what you do, graphic designer, YouTube videos, video production, any of those type things, always go with a Pro. And that can go either way as far as the 14-inch MacBook Pro or a 16-inch MacBook Pro. It all depends on you and what you need to get done. Now, with these computers, you can always hook them up to the display and get a bigger screen to get your workflow done. So it all depends on what you want. Now, when it comes to the MacBook Pros, you know, when the 14 and 16 inch, you can pretty much get the same specs. Only issue you'll come across with the 14 inch is a thermal thing. It might throttle a little bit because of the workload you might put on it. With a MacBook Air, it's not really built for that. It's built for, you know, lightweight travel laptop for college, those type of things. You could probably do a video edit here and there, but putting that taxing workload on this type of computer will really drain the battery life of the computer and just the chip itself, because it ain't no fan on it. So I really want to see somebody do like a crazy 8K video edit on one of these and just see how it handles. But my overall and my conclusion of this review is that at the price point I got it at, great deal. I definitely recommend the computer if you're in for a new computer and you want a slightly bigger screen from what you're previous working with, maybe a 13-inch, or maybe you have a MacBook Pro and you want to go something lighter for those traveling purposes. That could be it. But I think this is a great deal for at the price point it is, because when it comes to the 13-inch, like I said, there are doable computers at 13-inch that work. But when it comes to just like sitting down, looking at a laptop screen, I can't, like going smaller is not working for me. So I can't do it. But I'm really feeling this computer, and I recommend it for anybody who's in the market for a new upgrade, moving from a smaller screen to a big screen. Definitely recommend this. Thank you guys for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Hit that like button down below. Also subscribe to the channel to stay tuned for more. And I will see you in the next video.